To Men of the Den. My name is Eric, and I am your Friday host. We're recording on Saturday due to personal conflicts, but we're very proud today to have on the show Drew Miller, sound artist from Colorado. Drew, could you introduce yourself a bit?
Sure. My name's Drew, obviously. I am 28. I've been writing music for a good 7 to 8 years now. I've been playing live for only like 3 to 4 years, so I'm still fairly new to the live scene, but so far so good. So,
Awesome.
um,
So you record under two names. Tell us what those are.
the main project is a Chromadrift. It's a mix of Latin and English, which means drifting through color. It's basically a reflection of kind of a reflection of gay pride as well. So um, I wanted to incorporate that into my music name. So I mean, it's not really out there, but you know, um, my other alias is kind of a side project deal. I've had it for about 3 years now. It's I started writing that kind of music to help myself sleep at night, and I've had extremely bad insomnia ever since I was around like 9 or 10 years old. So um, I wanted to kind of deal with it without medication at some point. I mean, we all need it, but I figured, I mean, it'd be a kind of a more holistic way to go about it, I suppose. Um,
And so
but
that one is under Brother Saturn.
yes, and the main purpose for that project is kind of, it's not only a way for myself to kind of heal my insomnia, but it's like, I guess it's for meditation purposes for other people as well. And I've gotten some great feedback on it. I mean, like, it's helped people, and including not just single people, but like people and their families, everything, that sort of thing. And a musician friend of mine actually uses it to help him go to sleep, as well as help his kids sleep. So that, hearing that one day, actually, I'm still kind of floored about it, but it's a good feeling knowing that my music has helped other people too. So
That's fantastic. So that's really interesting. I hadn't really didn't really get that from just kind of like listening to the music. It's really quite beautiful stuff. But what is it about the process of trying to fall asleep that you try to elicit through music? How do you do that?
um, that's kind of a tough question, actually. um, I guess, I mean, it's not just strictly for music. Like I said, I mean, it's for healing. I've always been kind of a very spiritual person. I've never really been religious, but spiritual, yes. So I kind of think of it that way. So I think of it as sort of like this healing process through music, I guess. I mean, it's a way to not only help myself, but it's a way for me to give back to people that have helped me too. So
That's beautiful. So, given the complexity of the insomnia question, how do you feel that the music in Chromadrift relates to the LGBT vision that you're talking about? Is it more amorphous?
kind of, in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more involved in the community now, and I'm actually playing a LGBT event in February for the first time, which is really cool. The other two ladies on the bill, or there's about two or three other LGBT acts, just various kinds of music too, and it's really neat. So it's nice to kind of give back to the community in that way too.
Absolutely. So just to kind of describe it a little bit, I mean, it's definitely electronica, it's definitely chill. How would you really describe your music yourself?
Um, I guess for Chromadrift, it would be glitchtronica, I suppose. Um, I A lot of my influences kind of stem from the quirky early 90s computer generated era, like for instance Square Pusher, Autechre, Prefuse 73. uh, Another one would be Aphex Twin.
Yeah. It reminds me a bit too of Boards of Canada in a
Yes,
way.
that's another one. As well as Tycho. They're a more recent act, but definitely Boards of Canada is definitely up there for sure.
Definitely, definitely. It shows. It shows. There's a lot of synergy there, I think, between that. Um, so you said that you've been performing live for just a couple of years now. What's that experience like for you?
It's it's beautiful yet nerve-wracking. That's the only way I can describe it. I'm a nervous wreck myself usually in general, so it's like amplify that by 10 before I go on. I'm like, oh God, what am I doing? Why am I here? Why am I, all these questions pop up before I go on stage, and afterwards I'm just like, why was I worrying again? I mean, and it's validating to hear other people enjoy what I do too. So um when I'm up there, it's just I'm kind of not there, and but I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
totally. Yeah, I can understand that whole like out of body experience
Yeah.
thing and speaking in public. Yeah. Um, you talked a little bit about the reception for the Brother Saturn recordings. What has the response been like for Chromadrift?
Um, it's kind of a little bit of mix of everything, I suppose. But so far, so it's been really positive. And last year, my most recent album, Arctic Memories, got put into the local top 25 best of DIY and experimental section, which is really cool. Which
Wow.
which for me, that's beyond anything I would ever imagine. My music being on a local top, list or anything. Basically, I mean, I was the kid growing up in grade school, never got picked for anything, wasn't wanting to be on the team with anybody, etc. So when that happened, it was like kind of my big fu to all the bullies in my life that I had to endure when I was a kid. So
Yeah, recognition is always validating. You're based out of Colorado, right?
yeah, well, I'm in a suburb that's called Littleton. It's about 20 minutes right outside of Denver. Um, it's a little basic white suburbia town.
Yeah,
Not really too diverse, unfortunately, but that kind of comes with the territory as far as suburbia goes. But
true, true. Um, where have you played? Is it all just local, or have you gone anywhere like other cities?
um, I haven't played out of state yet, but it's kind of a work in progress, I suppose. Just trying to nail down the local fans right now. So,
Right on. What kind of plans do you have for the future of your music career?
I'd like to be doing stuff for film and television at some point. I'm currently working on a technical communication degree, which focuses on multimedia work and everything. So hoping I can kind of, merge into that industry somehow.
I think that would be really great. I could kind of see kind of a disaster piece kind of thing, like with It Follows, or other kinds of ambient stuff like Trent Reznor did with the social the social network.
And his work in was it The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? That was a
Oh yeah, yeah,
great soundtrack as well.
fantastic, fantastic stuff. Yeah, well, best of luck to you with that, Drew.
Thank you. I'm like I said, it still kind of floors me that people actually listen to my music in the first place. I mean, I wouldn't have put anything online unless a friend of mine didn't say, you should try putting it on, YouTube or SoundCloud or whatever. So
Which
kudos to my friends.
which is a good place for us to plug your websites. So tell us where to find your music.
They for Chromadrift, the main website is music dot chromadrift.com, and for Brother Saturn, it's brothersaturn.bandcamp.com.
Great, great. Thank you so much for that. We're going to put links down in the description to this video
Okay.
after it's posted on YouTube so that people can go into this video and click down in the crotch like we normally do and go and listen to your music. So,
Cool.
is there anything that you want to close out with tonight, Drew?
I mean, well, since this is part of Men of the Den, I would like to add that for anybody watching, just be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, and you're beautiful the way you are. So
That's awesome. Oh, and one last thing, your music is free or pay what you want, right?
yes, and it's also you can donate or whatever if you're feeling generous. I mean, that's okay. I mean, it's it's up to you. I'm not making you send me mass amounts of money, although that would be nice. I mean, you could write a check out to, Drew Miller, add a couple of zeros or whatever in there, but
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us on the show tonight, Drew.
thanks. All right.
And for those of you watching at home, this is Men of the Den. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram every day of the week. And I will see you all next Friday. Cheers.